All right, Michael, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Shanna.
I'm Vanessa. Nice to meet you.
Yes, and you're on Raw Talk, Not Food. And you know Kayla because we interviewed her for the girls version. How do you know Kayla?
God, me and Caleb have known each other for a long time. Like I play guitar and sing and all that stuff, and she was putting on a concert. I think it might have been for her high school at the time, and she asked me to play stuff, and we just kind of continued to be friends after that through music and in life and all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay, Mr. Hitmaker. So tell us about you. Where do you live? What do you do? Tell us. I'm learning with the audience here.
Yeah, so I live in Birmingham, Alabama right now, but I used to live in Los Angeles. I was signed to Atlantic Records as a recording artist and songwriter. Awesome. So wrote a bunch of songs for a lot of people, and honestly just got a little bit burned out with Los Angeles, so brought it back home to Alabama for a little while.
That makes so much sense. So many people are leaving, especially now. It's crazy. Yeah.
It was crazy out there right now, what y'all are going through, for sure.
No kidding. Yeah, both of us are originally from LA.
So we have no options here.
Yeah, so it's kind of like we're from here, so it's like Stockholm Syndrome, where we just can't get out. It's one of those. But so how long were you in LA for?
I was in LA for like 4 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a decent amount of time.
Yeah, it is solid.
Okay, so and then what do you do in Alabama? Same? Do you find that you can do the same thing in LA than you can in Alabama?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit harder, but I mean, it's like, luckily we have the internet, so I can like write songs and send them over the internet, collab back and forth. And I do like some live show stuff here and some other stuff on the side, to kind of make up for not being in LA. So
nice. Okay, now, sir, are you single at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. So we can kind of have an open dialogue. There's no girlfriend that's going to get mad at you. There's no anybody, right?
There's no somebody you're kind
of
talking to.
Because I'm married and I'm kind of G-rated with what I put out there in the world. So it's kind of fun to talk to you who is single at the moment.
I'm so curious. Yeah. I have like questions because I've been married forever and I'm like, and it's changed. The game has completely changed and I don't understand it.
Hopefully I can try to inform you with what I know.
Okay. We're gonna straight up start with a real topic that we want to know.
Can I ask the first question?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Explain to me, and I mean this in a very just like I'm really curious type way. I'm not trying to offend in any way, you or anybody else. What is the dick pic about?
Not saying you've ever sent one, just asking in a male perspective.
Yeah, yes. Tell us what that could be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of like your resume,
Oh, okay. Great answer.
All right.
But have to be very careful with it.
Yes.
Like, you have to really, you got to read some signs. You got to you can't just send unsolicited because with screenshot.
But it happens. It happens.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Well, one of my friends, she opened up her Tinder account and Bumble account, and I was like, hot dog.
Dicks everywhere. Just everywhere.
and literally, she was like just scrolling, and it was like literally 1,000 messages. And it's like, I've just never been that kind of guy that do that. But there are plenty of guys that don't care. They're just sending it like to as many as they can. And I just feel like you're going to try to run for senator one day.
True. Yes. Receipts, remember. Yep.
That's going to be there. I mean, you could do what you want to do. I just feel like it's borderline. You could get yourself into a lot of trouble.
Because
you will.
Breasts are sexy. Like, as a woman, I'm not bisexual. I like men, but I can see how breasts are sexy and the woman's body is just sensual. But like a dick, I get it. Like, there could be some prettier ones than others. I just don't get what men are thinking when they send it. And they're like, oh, she's going to just cream right now, like with this dick pic.
Word. I mean, like, even so, like, send me some chest. Send me some ass.
Like a good forearm. Like, give me a good forearm.
Even send me ass.
Ooh,
but don't do that. Like, you know what I mean?
Let me work for it a little bit. You know what I mean? But he said it's a resume.
I don't even know. It ain't even pretty like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and when you say resume, it makes me think like, oh, there's the whole thing about size. Size matters.
Yeah.
Yes, fair. Mm-hmm. But it still, there's not, you know, in the interest of attracting I don't get it.
Well, I don't think that people in general, especially guys these days, take time to get to know a girl. So it's just like, boom, let me throw it out there. It's like throwing a hook in the water. Did I get a bite or no? Okay, well, she didn't bite. Throw it to the next one. Throw it to the next one.
Yeah.
Like literally, girls that a guy was talking to like 5 or 6 girls, and he didn't know that, they were all connected, and it was literally a cut and paste message to all of them. So it's like there's not really any effort put towards it. They're just throwing stuff out there and seeing what catches. But I think it's stupid.
Good.
Interesting.
Good segue right there. Mm-hmm. Explain why no effort anymore. Like not even a thought to effort. Like there's some ego and confidence that takes to go into the no effort thinking. Right.
Well, that we have like, I think that we just have so much, like there's just, you can contact anybody these days. True. Like I graduated 2001 from high school, and it's like I had the Nokia 3390. Like there was no.
I did too. Yeah.
Right. We didn't really even have MySpace at that time. Like now it's like you got Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, Grindr, if you're into that. Yeah. You got Instagram, everything. So it's like you can literally get to access to anybody, so you don't really have to, because it's just literally just the law of numbers now. If you bug enough girls, one of them's gonna cave in.
Interesting. Okay.
So true.
Are you dating, or do you have all those apps?
No. I've never been like a Bumble guy, like, and all that stuff. Just because it's like not trying to be funny, but I play music and stuff like that. So like, I'm not trying to be up there with my guitar like, hey,
but I bet you, if you needed to, I bet that's great.
So you don't do the apps at all?
No, I mean, I do like Instagram and Snapchat. Yeah. But like, I'm not on any of the dating sites.
Have you slipped into anybody's DMs? Because there is the Insta model.
I have cannonballed in the DMs.
I love it.
DMs, yes, absolutely.
Okay, Michael, what is your approach? I want to hear, as a man, like, I've got a bunch of questions, because I know that, especially in cities like LA and other women are like, I don't need a man, and I'm strong, and I've got and I get that mentality. However, you got to make room for a man, because like I like to say, and my husband and my brother like to say, you can't come between a man and his balls. And I think there's something to that. You know what I mean? Men need to have their testosterone.
Sure.
And lay it down the way they need to lay it down. And a woman is different. We don't have testosterone. Right. That's what I think. Right. And I think it's getting blurred a little bit, where if a man wants to stay at home and be a house husband all day, good for you. And then the woman wants, and however you figure that out, but it can't be two bulls in a pasture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I guess like my approach with like girls, and it's kind of like it's a little handicap, like from being on stage, and all of my musician friends will say the same. We're just kind of used to being on stage, girls coming up to us after the show, blah, blah, blah. Sure. So it's like, for me, I've never been that guy that's like running up to every girl at the bar. Hey baby, how are you? Like, what's your name? Like, you come here often? I don't really do that. I'm kind of like, just kick it in the back a little bit, and it just happens. Like, I'm not an aggressive guy when it comes to that kind of thing.
So you still get like the traditional like in-person vibe thing, because that's what I'm used to, is the organic, like I met somebody, we were vibing and we hit it off. So you either, you have a good night, or you start something, you switch numbers, you do the whole thing.
Absolutely. That's kind of how I am. I'm like, my younger years, I was all about the drama. I was all about, ducking and dodging and like, oh, girl, oh shit. Like, so now it's like, right now at this point, I'm like, one chick's fine with me. Right. Like, less drama. I don't got to lie to nobody. I don't got to keep up with my lies, none of that stuff. And that's just kind of how I am. I'm good with one.
I love it.
So explain the side of the drama for the guy, because the girl side of the drama is very different, because it's all about, oh my God, he liked me. Why isn't he calling me? Why'd he take so long? How cute do I look? Like,
I said I just wanted to have sex with him, and then we did. And I don't know why he hasn't called me. I was like, because you said you just wanted to have sex.
Or
he's not going to call you.
Right. Or I just want to be a friend, but I really love him though.
But I love him.
Yeah.
What? So many mixed signals with women. It's crazy.
Well, but I think it's the same with guys too. You see what I'm saying? But
I
what's
think
the
guys
flip
lie
side?
more, but women have more mixed signals. What do you think about that?
Oh, fair.
So I was talking to this with a girl the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, well, this guy said, blah blah blah, like that, he was agreeing with everything I was saying." I was like, "Yeah, he was, because he was trying to have sex with you."
Yes.
Like, she goes, "Well, he didn't have to." I was like, "Yes, if he had said, I don't want anything other than just this, you wouldn't have talked to him."
Mm-hmm.
So in a sense, kind of making him lie to you so he can get what he wants, and you're trying to get what you want from him. So everybody's just kind of like manipulating each other and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama, like multiple girls, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's just not that cool anymore. Like,
It's a lot of work.
a lot of work.
No one has time for that.
Right. And with how expensive everything is, I don't got the money to be taking 3 girls out.
Okay, I love Michael. I was just going to segue to that. Okay, let me ask you a question about taking a girl out. Okay, what do you think about if you're going to go on a date with a girl? Do you believe in going Dutch? Do you believe in paying for the first meal? Like, how do you work it a little bit to see who she is and who you stand for as a man? Like, what is your scenario on average?
I mean, I feel like most dudes in the beginning, when you're in the courting and trying to impress a girl phase, like, you're not going to be like, "Hey, you got these drinks." That, like,
Right.
I mean, I feel like most guys are going to pay for it, but I feel like as you get deeper into the relationship and you're more committed to each other, I think it's cool. Like, I think it's fine to pay for some stuff, because he's working for his money just as hard as she's working for hers. Yeah. And if y'all are really going in the same direction in a relationship, then I think it's just kind of like
50-50.
We're just doing naturally, care of each other.
Now, do you appreciate, because I'm going to be honest, if a guy takes me out, then if he asks me out, then I'm old school, but I'll be like, okay, thank you. However, I will ask if I can offer. I put that out there. I don't just sit back, because I've heard horror stories of girls just assuming, or like, I'll do the reach. Back in the day, I'll be like, can I, you know what I mean? And I'm able to pay for it. I am good. And if you want to split it, I'm never seeing you again for the first date, at least. However, if you're going to buy dinner, though, we go on a first date and you want to go dinner and then we go get drinks afterward, I'm going to buy you
around.
Yeah. Right? Don't you think that's reciprocal? Or ice cream afterward? You know what I mean?
And let me tell you, that goes a long way in a guy's mind, whether he admits it or not. Like, because it's like guys are like, okay, well, she's just here for, some money or some free drink. I'm here for.
Right.
Right. So I think, like, if a girl's really into a dude, like, that gives her a lot of bonus points in his mind. And, like, most guys want to pay for it all, but they do like a woman showing that she would do something for him too as well.
Yes. Right. I agree. Is dating in LA so different than the women in Bama? Do tell. I'm going to shut up. I want to.
Yeah, explain that.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. So I remember I went on a date to Katsuya. So, and this when Katsuya was hot.
Yeah.
It still is. Boosh.
TMZ was always there looking for somebody to come out. And it was like, that thing was probably like $400.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean, appetizers alone was $100. You're like, what?
And then all those mixed drinks, $20 a drink.
Yes.
You know what I mean? $400 down here in Alabama.
You got plastic cups?
Right. All the drinks are in plastic cups. I can get a girl a Bud Light. She's cool with it. Like, she wants Fireball shots for $2. It's just, I mean, I'm getting out of a night for $30 if I want to.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's actually.
Have you ever had girls that just assume, just like, oh, like high maintenance? Do you stay away from girls that seem like they're high maintenance, or do you just not really attract that? Or do you see that from far away?
I mean, I'm an equal opportunity employer. You know?
Well, so that
love it.
What popped to mind was like, and now because you're in the music industry, so I'm sure you get hit with a lot of. And I don't want to talk bad of my sisters here because women, we all have to have each other's backs. But you have the girls who are like, I want those shoes. Mm-hmm. I really love that bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you want this, then I need that. Mm-hmm. So the quid pro quo, like, how do you And that's a fair question even to the girls. Like, how do you even approach that conversation? And then how do you as the dude handle that? Because I've never.
Then it becomes an agreement. Then you got to just have an agreement, like a sugar daddy chick.
But that is, the sugar baby situation, like it's a lot now.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like guys probably aren't, like, the normal guys not experiencing that as much because there are those websites like sugar, so they're getting that. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times girls want to have like the guy that like pulls up in the Porsche or buys them the red bottoms. But then when they go out on the weekends, they don't really necessarily want to hang out with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a business action. You know,
Yes.
They want to have fun with this guy, and then they're going to end up spending the money that the sugar
Daddy
guy on this guy that probably is sleeping on his mom's couch. You know?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So I don't really run into girls like that. And if I have like a vibe, like if I feel like this weird vibe, like I'm not talking to you. There's too many girls for all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Your mama raised you right.
Yeah.
But it says something a lot about you. And I feel like people that really have careers and things that you just do what you love, and then
goals.
things will follow and the right people will follow, and then you can cancel them out, as opposed to getting on there, throwing a dick pic in there, like being a desperate woman, like putting myself like nonstop. And I'm not hating on people. I just have a bigger purpose and agenda with my career and what
Absolutely.
I'm doing.
Absolutely.
And sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're the guest.
I'm saying if you want to get to where you're going, there's just no time for those kind of people. Like, they're just going to distract you from where you're trying to go. So my outlook on this is a little bit different because I don't really care. Like, if you want to talk to me, cool. If not, cool. There's another one right over there. Like, and I'm just being honest. Like, I just don't have time to be worried about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's what I was saying, because we've talked about this. You're not, right now, you're goal oriented, you're career minded, right? Because men are generally, you're trained as young, like little boys and everything, that as you grow up, you're going to provide, right? You got that provider gene as a natural thing. So if you're not where you want to be yet, whoever you're dating is not you're just not looking at it like
The one
yet,
down.
right?
Yeah.
And if the one even was the person you were with, you may not even see it because you're just not there, right?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I think women get that confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also too think that guys get it confused too, because I mean, I know plenty of my friends around here in Birmingham, they go out every single night.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, there's the girls that like that for right now. But if you look at the guys that are married,
Yeah.
the guys that are married, like, they look like total slobs, a lot of them. Like, you'd be like, why is that? How did that guy get that girl? It's because while homeboy was over here at the clubs trying to know every doorman, this guy was over here creating an insurance business
Yes.
that's doing $1 a year. And she said, that's what I want.
Yeah, I need my shit taken care of. Yes.
Mhm.
So I feel like most women grow out of that,
Yeah.
And so, like, if you want a real good girl or whatever, like, you got to have, like you said, you got to have your shit together. Like, because she's only going to play with you for so long. And then she's like, I want a house. We need a minivan for these kids.
Oh, a minivan. Gotta save up for the minivan. Ew. Sorry, everybody that loves minivans. Not a minivan.
Right. Absolutely. We got to take care of these kids. So, like, yeah, most guys are getting it wrong too. And they're wasting a lot of time too.
Right.
What's the best piece of advice your mom or your dad or grandpa ever taught you? Like, in life? What's a life lesson that you learned?
My dad's my dad always says, he says two things. He goes, meet you a girl at the grocery store or at church.
I love it.
That's good. Yes.
Southern dad thing. He goes, meet you a girl at the grocery store at church. And he goes, leave the lounge lizards alone. That's what he said. He calls barmaids lounge lizards.
Ooh, I like that. Leave the lounge lizards alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, because you don't have to hunt a lizard if it's just lounging there. There's no hunt and thrill right? They're just gonna be there, right?
And you don't want to take them home to mama anyway. Right.
No, mama ain't gonna like it.
Sounds like you got a strong mama with opinions, huh?
So here's another question.
I love it.
And you probably get a lot of this too. I think dudes have this because now texting is a way to like have a conversation or whatever. And you have the group chats because I'm sure you and your boys, you are the whole You know where I'm going with this. So, and I've heard because there's so many friends, and I don't even know how to say it. It's so crazy.
Just say it. I don't even know where you're going.
They'll be dating girls, or they'll have one night stands or something, and next thing you know, there's like video of them just taping, and then they share. Yes, you know. And they share with each other, and then in those videos are like passed around to all the different group chats and stuff, and this girl doesn't even know.
But you got to know who you're fucking, I feel like. Like, you've got to be smart a little bit,
yeah,
right?
But at the end of the day, like, if you had no clue and he didn't ask you and you didn't agree, but that's what's happening, right?
Oh, all the time.
Yes.
All the time?
Yes,
I'm
Shanna.
old. Really?
It's that prevalent. It's crazy.
Like, they'll be in the middle of a pump and just be like,
and we all know, and we're from LA. We all know famous people. There's some girls that would be shook. That
Really?
So please, I mean, you know.
Yeah, we definitely have group chats.
I'm sure if I went into your phone, there'd be somebody there that I'd be like, no, she didn't.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's so true. Look at that.
Oh my God. I had no idea.
Yes.
Well,
Love
Good
it.
idea. I love you.
Talk to me.
Yeah, segue. Yeah.
group chats.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, that happens all the time. And it's like almost like when you hunt a deer and you hang the head up on the wall. Like, you're like, this is, I just slayed this dragon. And it's like, what, right or wrong? Like you said, you have to be smart as a girl to realize, oh, you see that flash going off? Why do you have your flash on? Like, you just gonna let homeboy film for 5 to 10 minutes? Like, that's on you. Like, if you don't snatch the phone and make him delete it immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah,
True.
like, he's gonna show it. I mean, and a lot of times, even if he really likes you, he's still gonna show it because that's just what dudes do.
Wow.
So, like, be prepared. Whatever you send a man.
It's good to know. That's a good lesson for young girls because I feel like they just think, or guys too, they
women
just think
in general.
Yeah, they just think that it'll go away or whatever, and that they trust. But it's good to hear stuff like this.
But it sounds like to me, it's not even about the girl. It's about the dude. The dude being like, yo, like, look, like, that's the new notch, right?
I still got it. Look, yeah, that's really what it is.
Got it.
Okay, interesting.
Got it.
Learning a lot here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know she was just like, what? And I'm like, yes.
But how do you not know for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, flash goes off? That like, come on.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, am I on stage? What? Like,
Yeah.
Full on movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're like edited and shit with music in the background. Like, oh my God.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Oh my God. You are so great.
But like,
Definitely have-
Okay.
so
Any more
I mean,
questions? This is fascinating.
I
just learned a
have
lot.
one more along that line, but
You're the one who's been married 20 years. So yeah, you go for it.
I'm so curious though, because we've been
I
around
love
some
it.
we have everybody
That's
got
why we
crazy
need you,
friends,
Michael.
and you hear
Yeah.
the crazy shit, and I'm just
Mhm.
like, what? Why? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So we talked about this in another podcast earlier, right? And I've only heard it about it with high school kids though, but it's the lipstick challenge.
Oh, the
thing.
rainbow parties. Those happen anymore? Does this happen anymore? I think it's iMovies. Now they're doing full movies.
But for me, there's so many things to say about that, right? But the question I'm having right now is the girls are like with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then then they're okay with being videotaped. And they know the guy is going to send it and they're okay with it.
Well,
Yeah.
think about this. When our age, who did we have? We had Britney Spears. I mean, she was considered risque. Christina Aguilera when she put out the Dirty video.
True.
Looking back on that now, that was child's play.
Yes.
Now, 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds are listening to what? Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion,
The WAP.
Saweetie.
Yeah.
Like,
true
They
that.
all lyrics. They're doing the WAP challenge.
Yeah.
So it's like, girls are aggressive. Like, girls look at a lot of porn these days.
Yeah,
Like,
they do.
They're aggressive than guys are a lot of times these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you go into a bar, a girl gets a couple of shots, like, you literally have to beat her off with a stick. Like, when she's made up her mind that you're going home with her, like,
a
there's
good
really
point.
honestly nothing you can do.
Do you ever get worried though with your career and it booming and stuff? And do you get worried that if you take the wrong girl home and she acts like that, then she puts rape out there? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's why I just don't even put myself in that situation. Like, I was DJing the other weekend and this girl was so hammered, like, and she was just blah, blah, blah. And I was just like,
Yeah.
because I might want to run as a politician one of these days.
Yeah.
And this, literally, I mean, you know, like, so it's just like, and like me as having a 6-year-old daughter.
Oh, you do? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah.
That changes a whole lot.
I bet.
Yeah.
That makes you think about things a lot differently than you ever. It's like, I'll be on stage DJing and I'll be like, put some clothes on. Like, I'm turning on dad mode for girls that I don't even know, because I'm like, you don't want to do that. You're going to feel bad in the morning. She doesn't look the way she looks right now, you know, like that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, you got to be careful. That's
a great point, though.
Yeah.
Like, being a dad, it really probably balances things and makes things really legit. Yeah.
Well, there's perspective. All of a sudden, there's a whole new world of having to think about. Yeah.
This little kid on the playground was hugging my daughter, and I was ready to punch him in his face.
There's sex.
I get that.
Blood boiling. I was like, if you try to, he's 6 years old.
Did you? But that doesn't matter. They like to play house at that age. Did you like have the no zone talk? Like, no zone, no touching there. Yeah.
Oh, poor Michael. He's going to be gray by the time we see him next.
She came home the other day. She's like, guess what, Daddy? And I was like, what, Reese? She goes, I have a boyfriend and his name's Mikhail. And I was like,
here we go.
Keep it together.
It's so true.
I know I got a lot of payback coming for me.
Don't we all? It's crazy.
Seriously.
Yeah, I just had a baby and he's too pretty. I mean, the sun does not set on that one at all for me. We went to the park for the first time and I didn't realize, but I'm going to be that parent. That playground is a place and I will fight. Like, parents are too much. Oh no. Other moms, woo.
Then I heard there's like pedophiles that walk around parks and stuff. Like, things I've never even thought about. Like, yeah, crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
That's nuts.
How's dating with a kid?
No, that's a good question. Yeah.
I mean, it really just,
do you ever date women with kids?
I've never really dated a girl with kids. She's had kids and we hung out. You know what I mean? Like, never met the kid or anything like that. Like, I mean, honestly, for me, my kid's really cute, so girls are always like coming up to me, like.
Oh, so you use your girl? Shame on you, Michael. Shame.
He didn't say that. He did not say that.
He didn't have to look at him.
I said is that a child attracts a lot of attention, you know. So
cute.
Then when I'm walking my dog and my child, you know.
There you go.
Double.
I love it. Look at you. Look at you.
For shame.
But if you were to date a woman, say what?
If I have my guitar, you know, this is the trifecta.
It's just panty dropper right there, right in the park. There you
Oh my God.
But would you, if you started dating a woman, would you take time to like introduce your daughter to her kind of thing? Or do you not like date so much because you do have different priorities outside of dating like full time right now? Or
I think it's fair to the kid to make sure that you're 100% ready. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know too many people that introduce too many people to their kids. Right. And it's like, what kind of example? Yeah. Like, how's your kid not gonna be fucked up? Yeah. You know, if my daughter's, if my daughter sees like a bunch of different guys, you know, girls coming around, you know, all that stuff. So my thing is like, if we get to that point where we're real serious or whatever, then we're going to do some casual meetings and stuff like that. But it's not like I start talking to you and then you're coming over for movie night while my child's there. Like, You're not, like, it's not happening.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's responsible. I believe that. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to share? Any
questions? Like about dating now.
Or just
like what would you say to girls now?
I mean, if I'm being straight up, like, don't let Cardi B be your don't. Don't. Like, we need some good girls back. Mm-hmm. Like, we need them back. Like, we need old school way of doing things. Like, and guys got to do better too. But it's like it's like the whole new liberation thing.
Right.
It's like, are you liberating the right way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
They went too far, so now they just kind of dial it back a little, is what you're saying?
Like, back a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do you believe in the quote that says men fall in love with virtue, not vagina?
absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I see like a lot of the girls that my friends dated back in the day, like when they were trying to have fun, versus the girls that that they're with at home wearing sweatpants and all that kind of stuff. Like, we don't really care. Like, girls a lot of times think that it's about beauty and sex, which that's very important. But we all know that those things are going to fade and the sex is going to stop. So what's left after that fades away?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's just built on looks and sex, it's not going to ever last.
Right.
Michael, you are so awesome. So
Yes.
tell us where we can find you on social media and everything. Websites. Tell us.
Yeah, so you can find me if you're an Instagrammer, you can find me at Michael Warren online, MichaelWarren, and then online. I'm on Snapchat too, under DJ Michael Warren. Let's see, Facebook, just Michael Warren, MichaelWarren. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
Dope.
Awesome,
Thank
Michael.
you so much for
so
doing this.
great and
Yes.
refreshing. Seriously. And your mama raised you right, but you were really raw in this conversation. So thank you.
Yes. And appreciate the truth. Like, we got some solid, like,
Yeah.
good truth right there. It was good.
That's awesome. Yay.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank y'all.
Michael. Bye. Oh my God, how great was that?
He's amazing.
Oh,
That was
so
so
nice.
good.
And he's a father, but he said some really great stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't a misogynist, I didn't feel like. I'd love to hear your opinions,
No.
y'all, what you guys think, because I
think
was
he
saying a
dropped
lot,
some
too.
real truth gems right there, real truth bombs, which
Yeah.
is really awesome. And it was great perspective, honestly, on the other side of
Kayla.
Yeah.
And the female perspective.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah, because that was really great.
And he
So-
got real specific. So I appreciate that.
I just can't believe girls with not knowing or knowing and they're being videotaped
Well, this is what
with
I'm
guys
getting
they
from the
don't know.
dating thing is that women, and he even called out, he was like, women, you need to dial it back. We don't even want all that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's something to look into that. There's some type of self reflection, accountability probably we have to see.
And at the end of the day, what I believe is do what you love, and people, money, everything in life will follow if you focus on your career and what you want to do. So you're not
Yes.
so desperate in life, focus on your passion and your goals.
Yeah.
And then just, it'll come naturally the way you need it to come. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking from an older, have been there and messed up place. Because imagine 20-year-old Shanna and 20-year-old Vanessa was
But we
like,
always
what?
we always were tuned into like a goal. Like we were in college, or we were tuned into. I wasn't just out there putting my poo-tang everywhere. I just
No.
wasn't.
Well, I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but we also.
I hope it's on
we didn't.
videotape somewhere.
I know I'm definitely
Glad I'm
videotape
old.
anyway.
Oh my god.
But I think that girls now and everything, there were just different things. Like he said, there's no social media, there was no cell phones like that. It was different.
And where the hell are the mothers? That's season 2. We'll talk more about that. What the
parents.
hell? Where's these mothers teaching these girls? I swear.
Oh, thank you, you guys.
Yay! Okay, and then the next episode's our last one. We're talking body image.
That's right.
Okay.
It's good.
All right. Awesome.
I can hear the baby. Okay.
Lots of food.
Bye.